I think it's beautiful.
The next MasterChef will look very different. First, it was Gregg Wallace, and now John Torode, the co-host of the show for 20 years, the latest in a string of BBC sackings. The company that produces MasterChef, Banijay, confirmed that his contract will not be renewed after an allegation he used an extremely offensive racist term was upheld. John Torode says he has no recollection of the incident and does not believe it happened. The BBC's Director General, Tim Davie, said the broadcaster takes these allegations seriously.
The position is really clear from the BBC that to Banijay and with the team to look at that situation and make sure that action was taken. I was not directly involved in the looking at the detail, but I heard what the recommendation was, and I was happy that the team were taking action.
The BBC's annual report is meant to highlight its achievements, but that hasn't been the case in recent years. In 2023, it was overshadowed by the Hugh Edwards scandal. In 2024, by the Strictly Come Dancing revelations. And this year's report was overshadowed by a mix of scandals. Critics say these incidents are starting to feel more like a pattern and less like one-off mistakes. The veteran BBC journalist Stephen Sacker, whose programme Hard Talk was axed last year, says the brand's reputation is in trouble. What do you think the BBC has to do to regain its trust again?
Trust is a hugely important asset to own, and the BBC, I think, has, over many, many years, built an extraordinary credit bank when it comes to trust. To maintain it, I think the BBC has to be nimble. It has to very thoroughly engage with audiences across the demographics, from young to old. You can't do that without an absolute commitment in terms of editorial judgment and resourcing. And then both of those areas, editorial commitment and resourcing, the BBC right now is in a difficult place.
What was that you were saying?
BBC iPlayer.
But there were some wins in the BBC's annual report. The number of global viewers went up, earnings increased to nearly 6 billion. But in a competitive media landscape, for the 7th year in a row, licence fee revenues went down.
Each year you've seen the number of people paying the licence fee going down, and I think that that is likely to continue as we get even more choice becoming available, and therefore the licence fee model is under real threat, and that's something we need to start thinking about very seriously now rather than waiting for another 10 years.
The broadcaster says it's going through a total reshaping, axing hundreds of jobs, considering significant outsourcing as it desperately searches for savings. As this 100-year-old institution adapts and transforms to serve a modern audience, the same questions around accountability keep returning.